Brenda sat on the couch, staring at her phone. It was another Friday night, another lonely Friday night, and the room was too quiet. She had just finished a long shift at the hospital. Her feet ached and her back hurt. But the worst pain was inside her chest. That empty, nagging feeling she couldn't explain. Brenda was 30, beautiful, smart, and hardworking, but somehow still single. Her last relationship ended badly. The young man had said that she was too busy for him and that she didn't know how to submit, whatever that meant. Since then, she had built a wall around her heart, but tonight that wall felt weak. She picked up her phone and opened Instagram, but it was as if she opened the wrong Instagram because everyone was posting couple pictures, engagements, baby showers, honeymoons. She sighed sadly. God, when? Then a sponsored ad popped up. Find real love on True Match. It's safe, private, and you will meet real people. Download now. She stared at it for a few seconds. Then she did something she never thought she would do. She downloaded the app. True Match looked simple. She quickly created a profile. Nothing fancy, just her name, age, work, and a beautiful photo of herself smiling. At first, she didn't take it seriously. Most of the messages were silly. Some guys were rude, while others sent weird messages like, "Hello there, you look like a queen. Can I worship you?" She was just about to delete the app when a new message came in. "Hi Brenda, I read your profile and I like how real you sound. My name is Michael. I am not here for games. I'm just looking for someone kind and genuine." She blinked twice. This message didn't sound fake. It sounded honest. She clicked on his profile to see more. He looked mature, well-dressed and normal. His photo showed a clean-cut man in a suit sitting in an office, and soon they started chatting. Michael said he was 39. Worked as a business consultant. He was recently divorced, had no kids, and lived in the same city but was mostly away due to work. They took the friendship to another level, but unlike most men, Michael didn't rush. He asked about her day, listened to her intentionally, and made her laugh. He didn't try to flirt too much. He just made her feel seen and special again. Every night, they chatted before bed. He called her my sunshine. He said her voice helped him sleep. "I am not like other men," he wrote one night. "I don't want to waste your time. I see something real in you." Brenda blushed. She couldn't wait to tell her best friend Tasha. She was indeed glowing. For the first time in months, she woke up smiling. She even giggled to herself while making breakfast. When she called Tasha, her best friend, over the phone later that day, Tasha couldn't help but notice immediately. Someone is happy, oh. Brenda giggled. "Tasha, I have met someone. I think he's different." Tasha screamed. Who is he? Where did you meet him?" Brenda told her everything about Michael, the app, the way he talked, and how he made her feel. Tasha paused. "You met him online?" "Yes, on True Match app." There was a short silence. Then Tasha said cautiously, "Well, just be careful, babe. You know these apps." Brenda nodded. I know. But he doesn't feel like a stranger. It's like I have known him for years." Tasha laughed but didn't say anything else. That evening, Michael messaged again. "I couldn't stop thinking about you today. Hope you smiled at least once." Brenda smiled at her phone like a teenager. He had that effect on her. But then, something strange happened the next day. Michael posted a status photo. It was a picture of a cup of tea sitting on a wooden table. It looked ordinary, but Brenda stared at the table in the photo for a long time. The table looked exactly like the one in Tasha's house. It had the same carvings on the side and the same little crack near the leg. She brushed the thought away. No, it can't be. That kind of table is common, right? It must be my mind playing tricks. But her heart still felt restless. For the next few days, Brenda couldn't shake off the feeling. Every time Michael sent a voice note, she would listen to it twice like a detective. He had a deep, smooth voice, but now that she paid extra attention, it sounded familiar, just that she couldn't place it yet. Then one evening, she decided to do a little digging. She downloaded the profile picture Michael was using and did a reverse image search on Google. Her heart stopped immediately. The picture was stolen. It belonged to a man in South Africa, a tech CEO with thousands of followers on LinkedIn. Wait, so who was Michael? Brenda's fingers trembled. She didn't panic. Instead, she calmed herself down and told herself to be smart. She kept chatting with him like nothing happened. She even flirted a little more just to keep him comfortable. Then, she started paying closer attention to every message and every word. Every time he said he was busy or traveling, she took notes. One night, she asked him, "So, what part of the city do you live in?" When he said Ikoyi, she smiled to herself. Her best friend Tasha and her husband Derek also lived in Ikoyi. She waited for the next clue, and it soon came. One Sunday afternoon, Tasha invited her over for lunch. As always, Tasha's husband Derek was around on Sundays. He greeted Brenda warmly, but then, as they ate, Brenda froze. Derek laughed, just once, but that laugh, it was the same laugh in Michael's voice notes. It was low, lazy, and a little crooked at the end. She felt dizzy. She looked at him twice, and then she looked at her best friend, who was laughing beside him, happily married. And in that moment, Brenda knew the truth. Michael was Derek. That night, Brenda couldn't sleep. She kept replaying the voice notes, the laugh, the image of the table. It was all there, the pieces of a puzzle she never expected to be solving. Her best friend's husband was the same man who had been calling her my sunshine and texting her every night as Michael. But why? Why would a married man pretend to be someone else just to chat her up? She felt sick, angry and confused. She wanted to tell Tasha immediately, but something held her back. What if I'm wrong? What if it is all in my head, she thought. So, Brenda made a decision. She would play along a little longer, just enough to catch him. That evening, she texted Michael, "I want to see you. Can we meet?" Michael quickly replied, "Really? I want that too. Let me know where and when." Brenda suggested a cafe in Surulere, a place where she knew no one would suspect anything. She arrived early and sat by the window. Her hands shook and her heart pounded. She wasn't sure if she wanted him to show up or not. 30 minutes passed and then she saw him. Derek. He was wearing a face cap and sunglasses, like a poorly disguised actor. He walked in casually and looked around with his phone in hand. That was all Brenda needed. She didn't even wait for him to sit. She stood up, walked up to him and whispered, "Hello, Derek." Derek froze. He looked at her and blinked. Then he smiled nervously. Brenda stepped back. What are you doing here? Derek looked around. Can we talk somewhere private? No, she snapped. Say what you have to say here. He sighed and rubbed his forehead. I didn't mean to hurt you, Brenda. I was just bored and lonely. Tasha and I are not as happy as we look. Brenda stared at him in disbelief. You lied to me. You lied to your wife. You pretended to be someone else. Do you even realize how sick that is? He looked down. I never planned for it to go this far. Derek, you called me your sunshine. You knew who I was. You knew I was your wife's best friend. And yet you did this. I just wanted someone to talk to, Derek muttered. She gave him a dirty slap and walked away. She didn't look back, but she knew what she had to do. Brenda sat in her room staring at her phone. Tasha's contact was open. She wanted to call. She wanted to scream. She wanted to shake her and say, look what your husband did. Look at the man you sleep next to every night. But it wasn't that simple. They had been best friends for 8 years. They had cried together, laughed together, been through heartbreak and healing together. This would destroy everything, but silence would be worse. So she sent a message. Tasha, I need to talk to you. It's urgent. Please come alone. Tasha came over that evening, confused but curious. What's going on? Brenda took a deep breath. She opened her phone and played one of Michael's voice notes. Then she showed her the image of the cup on the wooden table. Tasha frowned. What is this? Brenda looked her in the eye. Tasha, Derek has been chatting with me on a dating app using a fake name, Michael. He pretended to be someone else. We've been talking for weeks. Tasha stared at her blankly. At first, she didn't say anything. Then, she stood up slowly. No, that can't be true. I didn't know it was him. I swear. I only found out 2 days ago. I met him in person today and he admitted it. Tasha's lips trembled. Then, to Brenda's shock, she shouted, why were you even on a dating app? Brenda blinked. What? But Tasha wasn't done. You've always wanted what I had. You are jealous. You've been waiting for a chance to destroy my marriage. Tasha, what are you even saying? Stay away from me, Tasha shouted. You are not my friend. You are a snake. With that, she grabbed her bag and stormed out. Brenda stood frozen. Tears rolled down her eyes, not because of Derek, but because her own best friend did not believe her. She had done the right thing, but it still felt like everything was falling apart. The days that followed were hell for the two ladies. Tasha blocked Brenda on WhatsApp. She refused to answer her calls and wouldn't reply to her emails, not even a simple text. Brenda sat alone most evenings, staring at her phone, praying for one message, but none came. The thought of losing Tasha, her best friend and her sister, hurt her. They had shared secrets, cried over men, over dreams, over life, and now all of that was about to end because of a lying man. Word started going around too. A mutual friend called Brenda and said that she heard Tasha telling people that she tried to seduce Derek. Brenda wanted to scream. The betrayal burned deeper than she imagined. And then that night, Derek had the audacity to send her a message. I told you not to say anything. Now, you've ruined everything. I hope you are happy now. Brenda didn't reply, but she saved the message. She saved the voice notes too, the photos. She kept the receipts of everything. She didn't want revenge. She just wanted to be ready in case she ever needed to protect herself. She threw her phone aside and cried that night because she hated how the truth could still make you the villain. 2 weeks passed, and then on a quiet Saturday morning, Brenda's phone rang. It was Tasha. She picked up. Tasha didn't say hello. Her voice was low and broken. I went through Derek's phone. Brenda sat up slowly. What did you find? He saved the chat with you under a fake name. I saw everything, even the cafe you met in. I found the messages, the voice notes, even the profile he used on that app. You were telling the truth. Brenda didn't know what to say. I am sorry, Brenda, Tasha continued. I was afraid. I wanted so badly to believe that he wouldn't do that to me. And I couldn't stand the thought that the one person I trusted most was the one showing me the truth. I didn't want to hurt you, Brenda said softly. I only told you because I love you. Tasha started crying on the phone. I have moved out. I am staying with my cousin for now. I don't know if I will ever go back. Brenda closed her eyes. I am here for you anytime. I know, Tasha said. I need time. I don't know if we'll ever be the same again. I understand, Brenda said. There was a pause, a long, honest pause, and then both of them breathed at the same time. Moving on, Brenda deleted the True Match app. She focused on herself and picked up new hobbies. Brenda had found peace in her own company. She no longer searched for love. If love ever came, it would find her whole and not broken. As for Tasha, she still needed space. They didn't talk every day, but they messaged each other once in a while. One morning, Tasha stood in front of the door of her old house. She hadn't seen Derek since she left 2 weeks ago. He didn't call or beg. He just kept her in silence. And now she was ready to face him. She opened the door with a spare key and saw him in the living room, scrolling through his phone as though nothing had happened. When he saw her, he looked surprised. Tasha. She said nothing. He stood up. You came back? Tasha dropped a brown envelope on the coffee table. What is this? He asked. Proof of your lying and cheating self, your fake accounts, the voice notes, the chat history, the photos, all of it. Derek scoffed. So, she finally turned you against me. No, Tasha replied. You did that yourself. Tasha, she raised her hand. You lied to me, Derek. You used my best friend. You humiliated me. Derek defended, but I never touched her. Oh, you wanted to. You were planning to. You hid it. You lied every day. You are so pathetic. He opened his mouth, but no words came out. I may not know where I'm going next, Tasha continued, but I know that I am not staying with a man who hides behind apps and fake names. We are done. And with that, she turned and left. Thank you for watching the story. Have you had any experience with dating from any of such apps before? Kindly share your thoughts about dating apps with us in the comment section. Give the story a thumbs up and share it out with your loved ones. Subscribe to this channel for more interesting stories. Thank you and remain blessed.